Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a fall bake with me, and today I am going to be making chocolate chip pumpkin bread. This is perfect for the fall, even perfect for like around the holidays, because I will definitely eat pumpkin like pie or pumpkin bread for that matter around the holidays. And this recipe is so easy and the ingredients cost like next to nothing. So I wanted to share this with you guys. This is perfect for any parties, events, get-togethers, football season, or if you guys just want to make it for yourself and eat it like I am about to do, that is perfectly okay. But anyways, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and the notification bell down below. And without further ado, if you guys would like to make some chocolate chip pumpkin bread with me, then just keep watching. Hopefully you guys can see me okay. I actually have my tripod on top of my island right now. So I want to go through what you guys are going to need or your ingredients. So the key to this entire bread is this stuff right here. The box is a little banged up, so I apologize. But this is the Pillsbury quick bread in pumpkin. Now, if you guys watched my bake with me chocolate chip banana bread, it's the same thing, but they have pumpkin. They also have like a cinnamon swirl bread. Yeah, that's what it is, cinnamon swirl. And they might have a couple other flavors. So I typically do the pumpkin in the fall and then like the banana bread like year round. So this is it. But honestly, you guys, if you don't have this brand at like your local grocery store or Target or Walmart, I know they carry other brands of either like pumpkin muffin mix, because you can even make muffins with these. So any kind of like pumpkin mix, muffin mix, whatever, doesn't have to be this brand, but this is the brand that I'm using. That will work. As I just said, you can make muffins with these, but I prefer to make an actual bread that you can slice. So the next ingredient is optional, but I feel like whenever I make these breads, I just love to add chocolate chips in. Now you can add the regular size ones, but I like to do the mini ones. So these are the Nestle Toll House semi-sweet mini morsels. Now sometimes when my grocery store doesn't have the minis, I just get the regular ones. So the mini I think just works better when you're mixing it and everything. So if you don't have the minis, you can do the regular size chocolate chips, but if you don't want chocolate chips, that is perfectly fine. And then next you are going to need any kind of vegetable oil, and then you're going to need 2 eggs, water, which we will get to, and then you are going to need, I use Crisco. It's like shortening to kind of grease the pan, but you can honestly even use like vegetable spray to kind of grease the pan. I like to use the shortening, but I have used you know, vegetable spray before. So those are all of your ingredients. First, I'm gonna crack the eggs, and I am by no means, you guys, a professional egg cracker, if that's even a thing. So if you guys get shells, which I actually don't even think I got shells in there, but I usually do, just take a spoon, scoop them out. And then next, this calls for 1 cup of water. So I have 1 cup of water I'm gonna dump in right there. And then it calls for 3 tablespoons of oil, so a vegetable oil. So I'm just gonna do 3 of these and dump them in. And like, you guys, you see how quick this is to make. Like, you're watching me in real time make this right now. It's pretty quick, it's pretty simple. I'm not gonna spend like hours baking if I need to bring this to a party or something, or like a get together, or if I wanna bake for myself, same thing. This is quick and easy and simple. Next, I'm just gonna cut open the mix and dump this in, and then we are going to stir everything up. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my arm workout for the day and kind of mix this all up. Now I like to get this pretty much, I don't know, maybe like 75% of the way mixed up, and then I add the chocolate chips in. But if you're not gonna add the chocolate chips in, then you can obviously just mix this until you feel like it's mixed. Now, I don't have a KitchenAid or an electric mixer. I know that sounds crazy. I do plan on eventually like splurging and getting a KitchenAid mixer eventually. They're like, I don't know, what are they, like $200 or $300, you guys? I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way, get an arm workout in to stir this up. And I think I mentioned this in maybe like my August favorites and a couple other videos, but this is like a side note, by the way. If you guys love pumpkin waffles or just waffles in general, you really need to try the Nature's Path pumpkin waffles. They are so good, you guys. Like, I am not joking. I think 2 of them are 210 calories. They are life-changing. That's like my favorite breakfast this time of year or year-round. They're just so good. So I figured I'd mention that. Okay, so this is looking, as you guys can see without me like tipping it over, it's looking pretty mixed up. I don't even know if you guys could see that. Hopefully you can. I can't like see what you guys can see. So now this was already open, the chocolate chips. Now I'm probably not gonna use the whole bag, but it just depends. It's like total like personal preference how many chocolate chips you want. If you're a chocolate chip lover, then obviously you could even do the whole bag. So I'm just gonna stir these in, and then I'm gonna kind of make a judgment call to see if I need to mix some more in. So I think I'm gonna add like just a few more in. I like to save these too for when I make pancakes. I like to put these in my pancakes as well. So I don't think I'm gonna use the whole bag. I think I'm just gonna use that, save the rest for pancakes, and stir in the chocolate chips. And then I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like all stirred up. I actually did a really good job stirring, you guys. Like, I don't even really see any clumps going on. Definitely got my arm workout in. Okay, so there you go. You guys can see that is what this looks like all mixed up. Now, I believe typically, I think with like my other breads, it says to preheat the oven to 375, so, or 350, excuse me. This recipe calls for preheating the oven to 375. So my oven, if you guys can see, is at yeah, it's at 375. Sorry, I thought it said 370. So my oven is at 375. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any steps before I get into pouring this in. For the actual bread, this pan, I believe, let me see what the dimensions are. It's considered, if you were to go by the back of this, a 9x5, but this one says 9.25 by 5.25 by 2.75. So we're just gonna say this is a 9x5. I think they make smaller ones. They make an 8x4. And what's cool around the holidays, if you want to give breads as gift, you can make 3 from one box of the mini. They sell them like in the mini tins. You can get them at like anywhere. They're just like the mini tin loaf pans, and they're 3x5 inches, so you can actually make 3 of them from one box. So I do that around the holidays, but like I said, this we're gonna go with what it says for a 9x5. I'm going to take the Crisco all vegetable shortening, and I am going to coat this pan so that the bread doesn't stick to the pan and it doesn't burn. Again, if you don't have Crisco, you can use vegetable spray or any kind of like cooking spray. So I kind of like to like wrap my hand, or wrap the paper towel around my hand like so, and then I kind of just like dip this in to the shortening, and then hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. You just want to basically make sure you have the bottom and the sides of the pan well coated with this Crisco. And it's okay if you guys, like, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, if you guys can see, there's still some white clumps. Now, if you have like minimal white clumps in, it's not, or like white still from the shortening, it's not that big of a deal, you guys. I just figured I'd mention that. Like, you guys, if you guys can see, you probably can see some, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. But that is what a great coated pan looks like. Now I am going to try to neatly pour in. If you guys hopefully can see this, I'm going to pour the mix in evenly throughout the pan. And comment down below, do you guys ever just bake for yourself? I think I've mentioned in a couple of my videos that my husband loves for me to bake for him on Sundays, but sometimes when it's not Sunday, I bake for myself. I don't really care. And this is definitely gonna be something that I'm gonna be eating by myself. My husband will not eat this. He does not like pumpkin, so that just means it's more for me. So without tipping it over, as you guys can see, it's all evenly placed in the pan. Now, before I toss this in the oven, the next step, and this is optional, but it's like a rule for me, I like to eat the mix. I don't really care, you guys. It's just so good. And I know like it can potentially make you sick, but I don't think I've ever gotten sick from doing this. Like, obviously if you ate the whole thing, yeah, you'd probably get sick, but it's just so good, you guys. It looks like for a 9x5, it calls for baking this for 40 to 50 minutes. So what I like to do is kind of go in between and then check it. So I'm gonna probably set it for 44 minutes and check it. I don't like to go toward the 50 just in case like I do it for 50 and it's like burnt, your SOL. So I kind of will, you know, do it at 44, and around like 40 minutes, I'll check it just to make sure it looks okay. So I am going to pop this in the oven, and I'm gonna set the timer right here for 44 minutes. and let that bake, and I will see you guys shortly. Well, not really shortly, but in 44 minutes to show you guys what the final result looks like. I just took this out of the oven a little while ago. I let it cool for about like 7 minutes, and I think originally we set this, or I set it, not we, I set this for 44 minutes. I ended up pulling it out about 42 minutes. It looked, you know, pretty good for me, and I think it actually looks perfect, to be honest with you guys. It looks crispy, but it's not like overdone. I feel like if I left it in any longer or more toward the 50-minute mark, it might look almost, you know, might even be like a little burnt, to be honest with you. So 42 minutes was definitely enough, you guys. So I just cut a piece of it. It looks so good. The chocolate is still like gooey and warm. So I'm gonna cut into this, and again, like, I can already tell it like looks kind of crispy, which is nice. You guys, oh my God, it's so good. It is delicious. So again, I would highly recommend this, you guys. You saw how long it took me to make this. It's definitely quick and easy and delicious. Okay, you guys, so that is it for this fall bake with me. Let me know in the comments down below, are you going to try this recipe out, or have you made any kind of similar pumpkin bread? What other types of breads do you like to bake in the fall? I would be curious to find out. But anyways, that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.